Internet! My name is Abby and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on wings. After a short recreation phase, Optop is now ready to leave his landing site and to start his journey over to the landing site of the Duna lander. However, before I will begin this journey, I like to perform two experiments down here at Optop's landing site. On the one hand, I like to observe the mystery goo observation from Duna's lowlands. You observe the goo. 80 science, that's cool. And I like to observe materials bay. Okay, materials study from Duna's lowlands. Opening the sample container, you find that everything has turned red. Initial tests show that it'll never wash out of white spacesuits. You consider sending missions in pink EVA suits to reduce cleaning costs. Yeah, this might be useful, this might be really useful. And yeah, now I have... And wait, how much science? Review data. 200 science. Wow, that's great. That's really great. Okay, keep the data. And yeah, I have installed these other experiments also on my Duna lander, the Planet Explorer. So in this case, I don't need to perform them over here, because the Planet Explorer has landed in the exact same biome. And now I can close the cargo base. And Optop, are you ready? You can now release the brakes and begin your... Wait. Optop, you were supposed to repack the chutes and not to deploy the chutes right away. What have you done, guy? What have you done? Yeah, so, wait, maybe I should switch to the docking mode for better rover control, as we are now in a low gravity environment compared to the environment down at Kerbal Space Center. And yeah, it's definitely more bouncy over here, so I have to be very careful while driving. And yeah, okay, we have now begun our the journey over to the landing site, and easy. I hope there is nothing bad in front of us, like a ravine or anything like this, so that I can switch over to the orbital map, because, well, this is now a drive or ride of 50 kilometers, and so I think from this landing site to the mountain, well, it's once again a distance of about 50 kilometers, and then, well, one of my ideas was to drive with a rover over to the icy regions of Duna, but I think, well, this will take forever to get over there, so maybe I have to consider landing on the polar regions of Duna in a different expedition, because I'm not quite sure if this is really doable to get our rover over there. Well, sure, it's doable, but oh dear, when I look at this, then I'm not quite sure if this is really good for my Kerbonauts to attempt this dangerous journey. I like to make sure that they can return back to Kerbin, and that they are not getting stuck somewhere in, well, in the desert of Duna, because yeah, their rover broke, and we have to see. At first, I like to get over to the landing site, and yeah, then I will definitely try to get over to the mountain, and well, then I have to see how long and how the journey was, if I will just turn around or if I will try to get to the icy regions. We will see. Right now I have... Whoa! The rover starts to fly. We are fast enough that we can even have an airborne rover. That's cool. Oh wow, oh wow. Airborne rover. Okay, I think there's a ramp coming up. Okay, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Ramp is coming up, and yeah, okay. There's definitely some air. The flying rover. Oh wow, oh wow. Maybe I should have added some wings to it so that we can glide some distance instead of driving. I think this could be even more safe than just driving when I look at the bounciness. And woohoo! Wow, this is great. That's cool. That's amazing. Oh wow, oh wow. Okay, here, I hope I can make minor corrections. Very good. So we are already 4.4 kilometers away from the landing site, and we have still 50 kilometers to drive. Oh, there's another ramp coming up, or not. I'm not quite sure. So at least we are approaching something, but I'm not quite sure if this is a ramp directly in front of us. 36.3 meters per second. Oh dear, oh dear. Up top, yeah, up top is scared, ooh. And, ooh dear, yeah, there's definitely a ramp coming up, and, ooh, we are flying again. Wow, that's really a bouncy ride. Ooh, easy. Okay, we are now in more flat areas. This is good. So, here, 48 kilometers to go. I think this will now take some time, although we are quite fast, but yeah, I think I will now cut you out and continue my journey across the surface of Duna, and I will bring you back in once we are arriving at the landing site of the Duna lander. And here, so, I hope I will see you soon. And I hope I can bring you back in with the arrival at the landing site and not with a crashed rover or anything like this. But yeah, we will see. Here, let me do this. Finally, Optop is arriving at the landing site of the Planet Explorer. And yeah, the ride over here was relatively uneventful, as we were driving only across the flat area of Duna. And well, so in general we haven't experienced any issues, except for one thing, because I noticed that the brakes of my rover are relatively strong, and this can become a problem. I just like to demonstrate you this. Okay, the speed is okay. If I now step on the brakes, you can see the rover likes to flip over, and this is not really good. But I remembered that I can adjust the brake torque, and so I like now to set the brake torque of these two brakes to 10, and the brake torque of these two brakes to 20. And, okay, very good, the other four brakes can remain at 30, and now I hope this will reduce the chance of flipping over my rover. Okay, let me just speed up a bit, and if I now step on the brakes, then, yeah, the rover is braking, but it's no longer flipping over. This is good, so we fixed this issue. Very good, and Optop is smiling. He is looking forward to be reunited with his crewmate from the Duna Landing Mission. That's really cool, that's really amazing. Yeah, we can see the Duna lander out of the cockpit window. This is amazing. Okay, now easy. Okay, maybe I can get a little bit closer to the lander like this, and now come to a stop just a little bit. Okay, like this. Very good, I can now come to a stop. Very good. Now it's time to extend the ladder, and Optop can go on an EVA. Okay. Very good. Grip. And now he can climb down. So, woohoo! Optop is happy. He's really happy. Okay, he can now move over here, and then I can switch to the Planet Explorer, and wow, we can still enjoy what is going on. What is going on with this ladder over here? Climb out. Strange. Okay, grip. Okay, now I can continue my descent. Very good. So, both crew members of the Duna Landing Mission are now reunited. They landed on the surface of Duna in two different vessels and two different spacecrafts, and now they are finally reunited on the surface of Duna, and yeah, they are happy, they are smiling. Wow, that's great, that's really great. Okay, Both crew members are now reunited, and now it's time to prepare their journey over to the mountain inside of this crater. And well, at first I like to transmit a few experiments. Okay, I can now board. And let me see, I do have a crew report from Duna's lowlands. Okay, no transmission loss, so I can transmit this crew report. Okay, very good. And then I like to review the stored data. EVA report from Duna's lowlands. Okay, I can transmit this as well. Over here we do have a transmission loss, so I will keep these data. And okay, EVA report from space just above Duna's highlands. I like to transmit this as well. Gravity scan. Okay, transmission loss. Gravity scan. EVA report from space just above Duna's lowlands. Okay, very good. I can now transmit this. I will keep this one and this one. Crew report while flying over Duna's lowlands. Very cool. Okay, I can transmit this data set. And EVA report while flying over Duna's lowlands. Once again, an EVA report. Okay, I can transmit this. Temperature scan, transmission loss, atmospheric pressure scan, transmission loss, surface sample. Okay, so I have now transmitted all the data that aren't suffer from transmission loss, and now it's time for Optop to retrieve the data from the 2 experiments he has performed at his landing site. And well, he can also now, I hope I can do this, repack once again the chutes, and I hope this time these chutes will remain repacked. This would be really good, just in case that we are, well, driving down a cliff or something like this, that we can hopefully then save our rover before it impacts the surface of Duna. Okay, repacking the chutes. No, not the cargo bay. I like to access the chute. Okay, repack and repack, and the last one, repack. Okay. Now Optop can open the cargo bay so that he can retrieve the data of these 2 experiments, and well, he has, well, it's his job because collect data, yeah, remove data, and collect data, remove data. Okay, Optop has to retrieve the data. Just, whoa, that was a nice jump. Okay, grab. And just in the case that the 2 crew members of the Duna Landing Mission are crashing their Duna Rover and they are not able to return back to the Duna Lander, and in this case the Duna Lander, which is equipped with a probe core, can, well, lift off from the surface of Duna and at least bring back this valuable data. And yeah, in this case Optop is now board, and now we have stored these 2 experiments. Very good, very good. Okay, Optop can now get back out and return back to the Duna Rover, because now it's time to continue the journey across the surface of Duna and to begin the ride over to the mountain inside this flat area of Duna. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this. Grab and board. Okay, Optop can close the cargo bay. And yeah, I have switched off SAS. I can turn off the light. Okay, yeah, I think I can now leave the Planet Explorer over here, so I can now go on an EVA to get over and to board, to get over to the Duna Rover and to board the Duna Rover. Okay, very good, very good. And now I can move over and grab. Okay, easy, easy. Grab and board. Now we can retract our ladder. Okay, a beautiful view over to Ike. Well, we will also land on Ike. Well, the Duna crew, the Duna Landing Mission crew will also land on Ike. But at first they have to drive over to the mountain. So now they will head north. And then hopefully they will find a way to get up on this mountain so that they can reach the peak of it. And yeah, so this is now their next goal. We can now... There, the lander is in more or less standby mode. This is good. Okay, we can now release the brakes and turn around. Okay, both crew members are now smiling. They are now happy to begin their journey across the surface of Duna and their expedition to one of the mountains of Duna. This is cool. They are now happy. And yeah, so I think it will now take some time to get over to this mountain. So in this case, I think I will now continue this ride and I will bring you back in once I am about to reach the peak of the mountain. And yeah, so see you soon. Okay, both crew members of the Duna Landing Mission are currently enjoying the fantastic view over to Ike after they have reached the mountain and begun the ascent to the top of the mountain in their Duna Rover. Right now, they are at an altitude of 2,137 meters and they are about 62 kilometers away from the landing site of the Duna Rover and about 44 kilometers away from the landing site of the Duna lander. If we switch over to the orbital map, we can see that they still have a very long way to go because they are just at the first slopes of this mountain. And so yeah, it's still a long way to go until they will reach the top of the mountain. And I just wanted to bring you back in because I like to see if I have reached a new biome. So I like to perform a crew report, review report. Oh yeah, this is the initial crew report after the landing of the Duna Rover, so I can reset this and I can take a new crew report. Okay, we are still in Duna's lowlands, so I haven't reached a new biome. And yeah, so I can now continue the ascent. And well, I think I will bring her back in once I have reached the mountain, or maybe once I have reached an altitude of 3,000 meters or so, whatever comes first. So yeah, let me do this, and yeah, I will talk to you soon. Both Kerbonauts have now reached an altitude of 3,109 meters, and they are now about 65 kilometers away from the landing site of the Duna lander, and they are about 50 kilometers away from the landing site of the Duna lander. And yeah, are we now in a different biome? Crew report. Crew report from Duna's Midlands. Indeed, we have reached a new biome. So, transmit the data. This is really cool. For the very first time, I'm using this gigantic antenna. Wow, that's cool. That's really cool. Okay, very good. And now it's time to perform some more experiments. I like to perform to toggle the display. Log seismic data. Seismic scan from Duna's Midlands. Okay, the sensor gives insight to the seismic activity of Duna. Very nice. Then I like to, toggle display. Oh wow, it's quite hot down here. Okay, log temperature scan from Duna's Midlands. Okay, very nice. Wow, 265.18 degrees Celsius, I guess. That's really hot. Okay, toggle display and log gravity data. Gravity scan from Duna's Midlands. The sensor performs a detailed and calibrated sweep of local gravity on Duna. Very nice. Okay, and the last instrument, toggle display and log pressure data. Atmospheric pressure scan from Duna's Midlands. The atmosphere is pretty thin even at the surface. Okay, this is the exact same text as we had before. I can now extend the ladder. And yeah, I can now go on a quick EVA. Wait, at first, easy. I like just to grab to see EVA report from Duna's Midlands. Okay, this doesn't count as flying. So, after much testing, you determine that red sand castles are plausible. Okay, we have had already this experiment or this insight. I will keep the data. And, okay, easy, easy. Now I like to retrieve all the experiments. Take data, and take data, and take data, and the last one. Take data. Very good, very good. Okay, now easy, easy. No, not board. I like to grab. Yeah, that's much better. Very good. I can now descend to the surface of Duna. Okay. Now it's time. Nice picture. It's time to take surface sample. There appears to be traces of water in the soil. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Surface sample from Duna's midlands. Keep the data. Now I can get back into the rover. Okay, easy, easy. Let's climb back up. And grab and board. Okay, now I have stored all the experiments. I can now close the cargo bay. I can retract the ladder. And I like to see review stored data. The EVA report from Duna's midlands. No transmission loss, so I can transmit it. With this gigantic antenna, very cool, very cool. I like this design of and the shape of this antenna. Okay, I like to keep it. Okay, that's all. Very nice, very nice. So, yeah, we are now at an altitude of more than 3 kilometers. This is really nice, but, well, when we switch to the orbital map, we can see we are now in the middle of the mountain, and I think the peak of the mountain could be somewhere over here. So, yeah, it's still a long way to go, and I think I have to drive for maybe around 30 degrees or so. This could be a good heading. And here, so, now I can release the brakes and continue my ride, and, well, yeah, I think I have definitely to drive more into the 30-degree direction, so in this direction. And yeah, as usual, I will now continue this ride and this ascent, and I will bring you back in once I have reached the peak of the mountain, or 4 kilometers altitude, whatever comes first. And yeah, so let me do this. Okay, we are now at an altitude of 4095 meters, and we still haven't reached the peak of the mountain. So yeah, the mountain is really a high mountain, and we are now 77 kilometers away from the landing site of the Duna Rover, and 61 kilometers away from the landing site of the Duna lander. And yeah, once again, I like to see, are we now in a different biome? Crew report. Crew report from Duna's Highlands. Indeed, we have reached a new biome, and yeah, I can transmit this data. However, I think I will wait with all the other experiments, because I think the peak of the mountain will also belong to Duna's Highlands. And so yeah, I think I can perform all these experiments once I have reached the peak of this mountain. And here, if we switch over once again to this map, we can see that we are now directly in the middle of the mountain, and somewhere over here is hopefully the peak of this mountain. So yeah, I will now continue the ascent, and well, I hope I can bring you back in with, well, once we have reached the peak of the mountain, or maybe I have to bring you back in once I have reached an altitude of 5 kilometers. I'm not quite sure how tall this mountain is. And yeah, so now it's time to continue this ascent. And yeah, in this case, I think it's now time once again for a short break. And yeah, as I said, I will bring you back in once. Oh, wait. Before I will do this, this over there could be maybe the peak of the mountain. This would be cool. So I think, yeah, I will now drive over there, and I hope somewhere over there at the highest point. This would be good. This would be really good. Okay, yeah. So, as I said, or as you can see, it's still a long way to go, and I will bring you back in once I have arrived at the peak of the mountain. We made it! We have reached the peak of this mountain. Well done everybody! I was driving a little bit around in order to determine the highest point of this mountain, and I managed to locate the peak of the mountain, and it is at an altitude of 4,868 meters. That's so great. This is so amazing. We are now above most of the atmosphere of Duna, and look at this stunning view. This is so amazing. This is so great. Such a beautiful view. And we have a fantastic view over to Ike. Wow, this is so amazing. This is such a great accomplishment to have reached the peak of the mountain. And yeah, we are now about 68 kilometers away from the landing site of the Duna lander, and we are about 79 kilometers away from the landing site of the Duna Rover. So now it's finally time to perform some experiments, so I can open the cargo base and extend the ladder. Okay, at first I like to log seismic data. Come on. Okay, seismic scan from Duna's highlands. There does not appear to be a significant seismic activity on the planet. It is possible that it is no longer geologically active. Okay, very cool. 160 science. That's amazing. Then I like to log temperature. Okay, temperature scan from Duna's highlands. Log gravity data. The sensor is able to record the effects of Ike as it orbits Duna. Very cool, very cool. 160 science. And log pressure data. Okay, it's the same text as before. 96 science for atmospheric pressure scan from Duna's highlands. Very nice. Okay, now I can observe mystery goo. You observe the goo. Okay, 80 science for mystery goo observation from Duna's highlands. Very nice. Now it's time for Optop to leave the cockpit, and what are you thinking? EVA report. EVA report from Duna's highlands. After much testing, okay, red sand castles, very nice. Now he can retrieve the data. Okay, take data, and take data, and take data, and come on, take data. Very good. Now he can also retrieve the data of the mystery goo container. Collect data. Yes, remove data. Very good. Easy, Optop, easy. Okay, well done, well done. Okay, come on, get out of the cargo bay. Okay, maybe I should just use my, oh dear, okay, he made it. Okay, grab. Oh, no, this is the wrong ladder. You should grab this ladder. Yeah, very good. Okay, Optop is descending. Optop is now on the peak of this mountain. Very good. Good job, Optop, good job. Okay, you can now take surface sample. There appears to be traces of water in the soil. Very nice. 240 science for a surface sample from Duna's highlands. Okay, keep the data. And now it's time for me to leave the cockpit as well. Okay, very good. Come on, get out of this cargo bay. Oh, come on. This is strange. Okay, maybe I need to. And now. No. What are you doing? Okay, now. Finally. Okay, now I can grab the ladder and descend to the surface as well. Very good. Okay, Optop, it's your turn now. We switch over to Optop. It's now your turn. Plant flag. Okay, and cutting. So, site name. I like to call this place Mount Ike-View. Very nice. Top and myself have reached this point. Very cool. Okay, yeah, we made it. We have reached the peak of this mountain. This is cool. This is really cool. I like now to switch to the flag. Okay, this is great. This is so great. We have reached the peak of this mountain. Okay, this is cool. This is really cool. Okay, yeah. Now, before I will end this episode, it's now time for Optrop to store all the data inside the capsule. Okay, easy, easy. And grab. And board. Okay, now we do have 12 stored data inside this cockpit. This is great. I can transmit the EVA report and I can keep all the other experiments. Okay, very good. So, 64 science added. Amazing, amazing. Okay, now it's time for me to grab and to return back into the cockpit of this Duna Rover. Okay, grab and board. So yeah, we have reached the peak of the mountain, and with this we have also reached the end of this episode. I hope you had some fun, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode. Until then, my name is Abby. See you!